By Edising, and today we are continuing revisional assignments in literature class 10 for board and pre-board examinations. Listen, Ritik and Dhanraj, as the sits for board exam class 10 and 12 have already been published, so the examinees are now in hectic preparation, and definitely they might be revising all the lessons. So this assignment is just a key to prepare the lessons in literature and revise them well. Revision is a key to success in all the examination. Keeping this in mind, we are continuing with the revisional assignment. Dhananjay, you will ask questions and I'll answer. Ask question, Dhananjay.
Who were the two boys? Why did they stop the author and his companions?
Yeah, the two boys were Nicola and Jacopo, and they stopped the narrator on the way just because they were selling wild strawberry. Just they wanted to tell the narrator that they were selling wild strawberries, and they pleaded the narrator to buy those strawberries for them. That was a part of their business that day. Next question.
What is the effects of wars on monuments? What remains unaffected by war?
Yeah, the question is, what is the effect of the war on monuments and a statue? Look at that. This is from the lesson, the lesson is Not Marble Nor Gilded Monuments by William Shakespeare. This sonnet highlights the fact that poetry immortalizes our love, and any monument or any statue erected in memory of the great people or our beloved comes to the ravages of war and sluggish time. Any art or any creativity of human being in memory of someone comes to dust. It gets destroyed by the sluggish time and by the forces of war. War leaves behind death and destruction. So in the course of any war, these beautiful monuments and statues come to ravages. And that is the reason why the poet says that statues and monuments get destroyed in the course of war or any natural calamity that is caused by nature. Go ahead. Next question.
What is the last shock of that the grandfather gives to the Slaters and the Jordans?
Yeah, the last shock that was given to Mrs. and Mr. Slatters and Jordans was that the grandfather told them that he was going to the court to change his will, and he was not going to give any penny to them. He was going to, give all the property to Mrs. Shrock, with whom he has decided to live for the rest of the life, and he has decided to get married to that lady, and the landlady of the Ringo Bell, and he has decided to live there for the rest of the life. He just declared that he is not going to give any penny to them. Next question, please.
How did the postmaster become a changed man?
Having suffered the pain of separation of his daughter, having suffered the same kind of anxieties, having been waited in the whole night in the position of Ali, he realized the pain and suffering of 5 long years that Ali had undergone, and he realizes that every human being is bound to suffer the pain and separation of our beloved one. So, having spent one night in pain and anxiety, waiting for his own daughter's letter, who was sick in some other town, the postmaster realized the pain and sufferings of 5 long years that Ali had undergone. And that is how he became a changed man. He started considering each and every letter not as a piece of paper, but as someone's worth of feelings and emotions. And then he became kind and sympathetic to the old coachman Ali. Yes, next question.
How did nature foretell Caesar's death?
Yeah, nature foretold Caesar's death by predicting something. A day before that, California's dream also described the things of there, and there was lightning and thunder in the air, and the plucking of the comets from the heaven and making it fall on the earth. These were the sign and the prediction that nature gave. Even nature, expressed his anger and predicted the death of Julius Caesar a day before his murder.
So this was the most unkindest cut of all.
Unkindest cut of all, yes.
For when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ungratitude more strong than traitor's arms, quite unquized him, then brushed his mightily hurt. Question first. Who is speaking and to whom?
Yeah, Mark Antony is speaking this to the Roman people at the marketplace where they have gathered, and it is Mark Antony who is addressing the Roman mob, having kept the dead body of Caesar in front. Yes.
What is the occasion?
The occasion is the condolence messages, the address being given by Mark Antony to the Roman people, just condoling the death of the great and the martyr Caesar.
What does the word ingratitude means?
Here, ingratitude means ungratefulness. Here, Mark Antony wants to say that Caesar perhaps would not have died of the stabbed injuries of the conspirator, but for the ingratitude shown by his most loyal friend Brutus in stabbing Caesar, he fell down and died. Had it not been for the ingratitude of Brutus, Caesar would not have died. That is what he said. Yes, next question.
How did Caesar die?
Caesar died of the ingratitude of his most worthy friend, loyal friend, Brutus, who stabbed him along with the other conspirator, not because of the stab injuries, but for the ingratitude shown by Brutus in stabbing his most loyal friend Caesar. He fell down and died.
And truly I was afraid. I was most afraid, but even so honored still more, that he should seek my
Hospitality.
hospitality from out the dark door of the secret earth.
Yeah, these lines have been taken from the poem Snake. Yeah, D.H. Lawrence. Yes.
What is the figure of speech used in line 1?
It is more honored. Read the first line. What is that? Line number 1.
And truly I was afraid, was most afraid.
Afraid has been repeated. It is repetition. It is repetition. Yeah.
Who is he referred?
He is referred. He is referred as the snake. Yes.
Why did the poet feel honored?
The poet felt honored having received the snake as a guest to his water trough. Next question.
What does the dark door of the secret earth mean?
The dark door of the secret earth refers to the hole, to the crack where the snake has come from and where the snake had just disappeared after drinking water.
What makes the woman sad and tearful?
What makes the
woman sad and tearful? Mirror.
Oh, yes, in the poem, the mirror, the woman becomes tearful, having realized that she is no more young and beautiful. She had come to know the reality that she has lost her youth and beauty. That really makes her cry and tearful. Yes.
What tells you that Miss Mabin was utterly selfish and mean?
Utterly selfish. Yeah, Miss Mabin was utterly selfish because having discovered the fact that Mrs. Packletide had lost the target and she had missed the bullet, and she just blackmailed her by saying that she would tell the secret to the guest in the party if she was not being paid 680 extra amount. That is how she showed her greed and temptation of earning some extra amount. So in addition to having 1,000 rupees extra, she extracted 6 extra amount just by blackmailing Mrs. Packletide and threatening her that she would tell the secret about this tiger shot. Yes.
Patel Babu was really a good actor. How?
Patul Babu was really an actor of a class, because the way he acted his monologue, a single word, oh, he acted with such a perfection that everybody was impressed, despite the fact that his role was not a speaking part, it was just a monologue. Yet he brought perfection in his role by just putting all the emotions in one word: emotion of anguish, fear, surprise, and pain. All these he mixed in such a way that it brought perfection in his acting, and everybody was happy with that.
How did the crowd behave in the play Julius Caesar?
Yeah, the crowd was fickle minded. When Brutus addressed them, they were all convinced by Brutus, and they said that Brutus was a real Democrat. But when Mark Antony spoke and revealed the truth, they were all in favor of Mark Antony, and they all resorted to violence. They broke the furniture and they resorted to violence, and they wanted to catch the conspirators and kill them. They ran to kill them, and that really resulted in mutiny and war. So the crowd were fickle minded, and they behaved just, as if they had no sense of their own thinking. They just behaved like someone convinced by people on occasion. Last question.
What was hung around the neck of the old mariner and why?
Yeah, the fellow mariners hung the dead albatross around the neck of the ancient mariner as a reminder of his misdeed. They did it just to remind him that he had done wrong in killing the innocent bird albatross for no reason, and that is the reason why he just thought that the dead albatross was hanging around his neck wherever he went. It was simply a pun in the sense that the albatross had two meaning. One was the bird that was hanging around his neck, another one the cause of trouble. So he realized that killing of the bird albatross became an albatross in his neck. Killing of the bird albatross became an albatross in his neck. Thank you. That's all. I hope this, revisional assignment will help you, go for the preparation and go for the revision of these literature lessons. Thank you. We'll continue this series again. Thank you very much.